some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a team sitting in the top 5 of the conference standings, taking on last year's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will get first crack at it today. Every time these two meet, it feels huge. It was that way last year, Ohio State going into Happy Valley. But the script rarely seems to deviate. Penn State never seems to find a way to be able to beat the Buckeyes. Oh, a lot of space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Any speculation about Ryan Day's future, even after the loss to Michigan, was patently ridiculous. But now they've won the national championship, and he is safe in the toast of the... Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So Penn State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Drew Aller feels as if he has unfinished business at Penn State. Tyler Warren is gone, but Aller still with a plethora of weapons at his disposal, and maybe, David, giving him a path to redemption in the college football playoff.
Yeah, and when we saw him finish, it wasn't the best, right? He made the big turnover. They had a chance to go to the national title game, but Penn State took some next steps, and he took some next steps. So if the talent in this offense, another year with Colton Ecke, the running backs back, like this offense could really take that next step.
Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Paul.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. The short hands, it's Pena. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air, it's Aller. Under fire. Using his feet to buy time. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Quick completion on the out.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and soak.
A quick timeout called by the kicking team here. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got him. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. And the rush will get to him at the 25. And the Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man by himself. And they were looking for a chunk play and... Got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. These two Blue Bloods really didn't become rivals until Penn State joined the Big Ten in the early 90s. Really, since then, Ohio State has been a bit of a measuring stick for Penn State.
I think we always talk about Penn State. We talk about winning the big games, and how do they play against Ohio State? A big rivalry. Palmer, it seems like they're always...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Slithers into space. Turning it on. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the 1st down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps its
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. And the Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Fires here's to the big fella. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
He's going to throw deep right side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Plows through the defense. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. With the catch, it's Singleton. It's a seam wide open. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The Nittany Lions had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Allard. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Texas is down right now, but there is still a ton of football to be played. And for a program that ranks inside the top 10 all-time in wins, don't be surprised if they come back. They're trailing by just 4 to Vanderbilt. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. They'll run it to the right side. Wide open spaces. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out through the 25. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for room. It's ball. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Sayed. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense got it. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Buys a little time. Looking to scramble. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Hang on, Swoopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Here's the give off the left side. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. So now on comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. There he goes. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Looking to pass. It's Sayed. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Give to the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Under fire. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. So now it's 2nd and long.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make them feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Scanning the field. It's out. Trying to make magic with his feet. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a 1st at the 29. And the field goal unit is on the field. Missed it, no good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better. The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And now on second down for this offense. Rushes on him. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Steps away to find some room.
This is exactly what we talked about at halftime. This defense, they have to get to the quarterback to get back into this football game. Make life hard, get some sacks, make some good momentum.
Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Looking deep. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running the option, it's Sayin.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read because he's watching the D lineman and he knows he has to keep the football and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive points.
Back to throw, it's Sayin. Here comes the heat. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Buckeyes will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Wants to return it. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense is really bad.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to get the corner. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Pulls it, fire complete.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. This dude is wreaking havoc, flying around on defense, spoiling game plans, and upholding the great legacy of he lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. The give on the inside. Looking for room at the 40. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Might as well give it to him again. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Looking for space. It's Allen. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. We've reached the break, and Penn State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. So first down will open up the final period. Here's a quick throw out to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
A first down run on the doorstep. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Trying to bully their way in. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State! With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Working the middle. It's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to put...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Caught at the 25. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Blasted as he lets it go. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the eye into it.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this one.
Now, after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Dropping back, it's Allard. Pressure coming. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. So Penn State takes down Ohio State, a couple of blue bloods, cornerstone programs in college football, and you know both sides can't wait until they meet again. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Coming into this one, we want...